Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in. We're going to take a quick look at some really cool but really small knives. This is the newest collaboration from WingMan EDC, and it is a collaboration with custom knife maker Jonas Iglesias, and it is called the Spar-k. So like all of the other knives from WingMan EDC, they do employ Lee Williams kickstop mechanism. I do have a takedown video that hopefully I'll remember to link, but it does show you how the kickstop works. I disassembled one of these, so it's a really neat mechanism where essentially you have a pivoting flipper tab that disappears in the open position but is right there. So again, just kind of a quick look. I really like the kickstop mechanism. These knives, while not inexpensive, are being produced by Riot Knives in China, and so the fit and finish has been very, very good. So again, they're doing a really cool mechanism. They are collaborating with some outstanding makers, Jonas Iglesias, Mayo, and David Santiago. So they're doing really high quality knives. They're unique, they're interesting, but again, this one's really small, so definitely focus on the size of this one. The size even surprised me. I had no idea they were going to be so small. So anyways, if you like sub 3-inch knives and you want something high quality, you don't mind if it's a little more on the expensive side, rejoice. This is going to be a knife or knives that you're super interested in. If you don't carry things under 3 inches, well, enjoy this video because you may or may not end up buying one. But let's take a look at, we have two models here. We have one with the copper inlays here, which is pretty cool. It's actually on both sides, so that's a nice touch. Or we have the plain titanium one here that, again, still looks pretty good. And definitely my favorite thing on these knives is the blade, and so we'll look at that in a sec. Let's see what these ship with. Let's take a look. I'm not even sure which box this is, but I don't know. There's probably information in there. We're not going to bother, but it does come with a dog tag that serves as the certificate of authenticity. They are all serial numbered. Oh, whoops. Here I am looking off camera and I'm not getting this thing in focus, my bad. So anyways, that's the dog tag. And then this cool little thing right here is the pivot tool. Let's see if I can get it out without knocking the hold on guys, bear with me. These aren't the highest quality vids, but you get what you pay for, right? So here is the pivot tool, shaped like a little bomb. Pretty neat. Again, if you're going to do some proprietary stuff, you better include the tool, which they did, and it's a nice tool. So, alright, we're going to move all that fun stuff out of the way, and let's jump into the specs and the size comparison, because again, I need you guys to understand the actual size on these knives, because that will make, a big difference in whether or not you're going to pick one up. So again, Kershaw Dividend, my go-to, and voila, that will be more helpful in frame. Again, we're running on low budget here, guys. I don't have a Patreon. So there is the Dividend in comparison with this knife. Again, pretty stark size difference there. I did have to go grab a Cadet. I think most of you guys have a Cadet somewhere. And there we are next to a Cadet. So let's move these two right in center of frame. And honestly, they're not too different in terms of size. So the blade length is, on their specs, 2.625 inches. The actual cutting length is 2.5 inches. An overall length of 6 inches. So again, that's what we're looking at. Weight, I believe was 2.2, and then this one was like 2.3 or 2.4. Negligible size difference. They're pretty much right in the same weight there. The blade steel is M390. Again, the handles are titanium, and then we do have, the copper inlays on this particular one that, kind of zhuzh it up a little bit. I think it looks nicer. Got the proprietary propeller pivots. Again, I already showed you the tool. I already showed you the kickstop. So that's pretty much the main thing here. So let's get this out of the way. and not scratched. And let's do some macros. Oh, I grabbed one other size comparison. even though it's not even close. The Civivi Elementum here. There we go. And then one last spec, again, while we're here, and because this one's important, some of you guys typically ask for kind of like the grip area on the handle. Yeah, we're zeroed. We're going to start it right there to there, 2.8, we'll call it, yeah, I mean maybe 3 inches in terms of kind of a grip area on the handle. And again, for me, this thing is a 3-finger knife. One of my friends who has smaller hands, he was able to get 4 fingers on there. I do wear an XL glove, so that's where we're at. Now, in terms of being a 3-finger knife, it is comfortable, and I feel like I have a really good secure grip on this thing. My pinky can kind of wrap around the back here, and the jimping a little bit far back from my hand, but it is effective. So, you know, again, for a 3-finger knife, I feel like I have really good control on this thing. But I typically prefer a 4-finger grip. Like I need to get my full hand on a knife typically. So usually my preferred size is about 3.5 inches down to about 3.25. Sometimes I can get away with, you know, in terms of blade length, sometimes I can get away with, you know, knives with a 3-inch blade. But anyways, here I am rambling quite a bit. Let me show you guys, we'll look at this one since it's a little cooler. Let's move that. But here's my favorite thing on this knife, and it's definitely the blade. So we have an American style Tonto, got that nice sharp edges here and here. But the cool thing is this does employ a hollow grind down to, you know, essentially kind of a straight edge. And then we do have a flat grind on the tip, but I think the grind is just beautiful. The satin, you know, Riot satin is outstanding. So this blade grind is absolutely my favorite thing on the knife. I think it's gorgeous. It comes down to a nice thin edge with that hollow grind. Just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Really, really, really like the blade shape, the blade grind. Let's take a look at the plunge lines. Beautiful belt satin, so swedge up top. There's the jimping. Yeah, love the blade shape, love the blade execution, love the grinding, just love the fact that it's a Tonto with a hollow grind, with a flat tip. I mean, yeah, really enjoying that. The copper inlay came kind of pre-patinaed like this. I didn't, this is how it came exactly out of the box, so. Doesn't have a backspacer. They used 2 thicker pieces of titanium and obviously did a lot of milling. You guys can see we have some lightning pockets inside, some internal milling, which again is surprising. But the knife is perfectly balanced right where I want it. So kudos there. That's an important detail for me. And let's look at the lock bars here. So they both, even though it looks like this is a tiny lock bar, it's just it goes underneath the overlay. You know, they did some milling on the top. So pocket clip is nice, looks really good, very functional. You know, I really like the, you know, this style of cutout for the lock bar. And I don't think that these have stainless lock inserts. I don't think so. I'm gonna have to double check. I was thinking about this the other day and I looked, but the lighting, no. Yeah, I'm saying no. So, alright. Yeah, I don't see the stainless steel lock insert. It looks kind of deceiving. They may have just heated up that area to harden it, kind of like Chris Reeve does. But anyways, I mean, that is the WingMan EDC Spar-k. So again, if you guys like sub 3-inch knives, oof, you are gonna, I think you'll really like this one. Let's talk about price real quick. Again, not inexpensive. $350 for the plain titanium and $395 for the one with the copper inlay. I think it's worth it to go for the copper. It's just, it looks really nice overall. And at the weight and at the size, again, this could be a really good one for the office. And the kickstop is incredibly satisfying. But yeah, love the blade shape. Man, I really wish this thing was like a 3.25 inch blade, you know, and like closer to 7 overall, just so it'd be in my preferred size range. But it does run on bearings. Hopefully you guys already know that. And the bearings are free floating, they're not captured. So again, if you take this thing apart, one, don't, and two, you know, enclose everything, you know, keep things from running away on you. But yeah, great fit and finish, great design. I've like, you know, this custom maker, here's his logo. I've been appreciating his work from afar for a while now. So yeah. And, you know, again, the nice thing for the custom maker is no one's going to confuse this with one of his customs, which, again, is important when you're doing a production collaboration. It should be very clear that people are not mixing up the production of the custom. This one's very clear. It is not a custom. You've got the WingMan logo. You've got the proprietary kind of pivot. You've got this tiny size. I don't think he makes them this small. You know, small knives are in. I don't know if necessarily knives this small are in, but... you know, again, I don't see sales numbers or anything. So yeah, very cool, great execution, very small knife. If you guys are down with sub 3, honestly, I would definitely pick one up if that's a good size range for you guys, because you're getting a lot of cool features that are typically not on knives this small. So anyways, guys, we will leave it there. Thanks for watching. I will put links to WingMan's website. They're vending these things through, you know, all the major online knife dealers these days, so you can find these things all over the place, not just at the WingMan site these days. So yeah, follow me on Instagram, also EpicSnuggleBunny there. Give me a thumbs up if you watched the video. I don't really care if you liked it, and more videos to come. See ya.